When you're doing a real estate deal, you want to take it all the way to closing, and if you don't close, you want to keep track of why. If you keep track of this, you'll be able to improve your track record over time, increase sales, and make more money. Right now, we're at the Pipedrive Deals page, looking at the Smith deal in this little box here. As the deal moves forward in the pipeline, you'll be dragging it forward from one stage to the next. Prospect to meeting to showing to deal signed to escrow and hopefully all the way to this final stage, closing. Closing is successful and your deal is completed, meaning that things went well at the closing and you're getting paid. Then grab your deal up here and you see the big green 1 button down at the bottom. Drag the completed deal down here and drop it in the 1 button. Congratulations! Pipedrive gives you the success graphic at the bottom of the page and adds the Smith deal to your win record. What if things don't go so well? Here's the Jones deal. Let's say things get all the way to the escrow stage, but maybe the seller forgot to disclose some major defects and the buyer cancels the deal. In that case, you'll unfortunately have to put the Jones deal in the lost column. Let's drag it down to the big red lost button here at the bottom. That brings up a very important box here at the top, called Mark as Lost. I strongly recommend that you create a standard set of reasons why deals were lost. Right now, if I click on the Lost Reason box, I don't have a standard menu of reasons yet. One of the most important things you can do is create one. Let's do that now. I'll show you how and tell you why. We'll click on this blue tag at the bottom of the box with the words Company Settings, and that logically takes us to this page titled Company Settings. What we want to do here is create our own standard set of lost reasons and stick to one of the reasons in our list every time we lose a deal. Add some standard reasons for losing a real estate deal, and then discuss why we want that list. What might go wrong in a deal? For starters, you might not get along with the client for some reason. So let's give you the option to drop the client. I'll click on this green button marked Add Predefined Lost Reason. Then, in the pop-up box, type in Dropped Client. Then hit the green Saved button. As you can see, this reason is now added into your list. What else might go wrong? Well, in some cases you may not really know. It's best to try to keep those to a minimum, but let's add the option Not Sure. What if the client doesn't get back to you at the prospect stage? We'll add No Response from Client. What if there's no buyer-broker agreement, and the client can use multiple agents, and the client says they bought from someone else? We'll add Bought from someone else. Client didn't like properties shown and doesn't want to see more. We'll add Didn't like properties shown. What if you get to the later stages and the client can't come up with the money to buy the property they like? Let's add Insufficient funds. And what if the disclosures come back negative and the client walks away? Let's add Problems/defects with property. Okay, now when we look at this menu of predefined reasons for losing a deal, we have a standard set of reasons that are specific to real estate, and which should work for almost any deal. Why do we want this standard list? Because if you use the freeform option and type in anything you want, each time a deal goes south, you'll have a hard time spotting patterns in your reasons for losing deals. Example, what if, over the next few years, you lose 100 deals where the client never responds to you, but you use the freeform method instead of a standard menu? You might get data from Pipedrive that says something like this. Looking at the data, as we'll see in a later video, it's much easier to see what went wrong if you have predefined categories. Looking at all the different reasons in this slide can be confusing, but what if you see something like this? Much clearer now, isn't it? 100 deals lost because the client didn't respond. That seems like a lot. Now you can ask yourself why you've lost so many deals for this one reason. Are responses getting into your spam filter? Do you need to work on getting higher quality leads? It's hard to think clearly about the big picture when you've inadvertently given yourself 100 different reasons for using the freeform option. Excellent work! Let's sync our calendar with Pipedrive next, and after that we'll start a typical day using Pipedrive, and see how much better organized our real estate business gets. See you in the next video.